Councillor Bob Watley, the chair of the committee. What I would ask people to do, please, meeting, apologies and previous minutes, etc., on the subject, both from opponents and supporters of the scheme. So. Is that the same for everybody here? Yep. Okay. Fine. Yep. Mel.
Sorry to be the odd sod out or person. Yeah. Just also for the clarification of transparency, I was asked questions at a hustings meeting and also attended a public meeting in addition to those things that you've talked about, and including receiving a video.
Right, if we can first of all take the minutes of the meeting held on the 30th of October. I'll go through page by page for accuracy. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, and page 5. Can I sign those as a true record of the meeting? Yeah, is that agree?
Either called Brentford High Street or Brentford Waterfront. You will see on the PowerPoint there a site location plan showing in red. The whole scheme proposes a mixed-use development looking at community, business, retail, and also 876 residential units with associated infrastructure. Now, this is a hybrid application. What that means is the application is in two parts. The first part of the application are the 3 grey blocks which you will see on the screen, and that's a full application for a supermarket, retail on the ground floor, and 323 residential units. As it's a full application, the issues referring to height, massing, design, facing materials will be determined tonight at this committee. On the other blocks which you will see, which are coloured in blue, is the second part of the application. That's an outline application. What this actually means is that the applicant is looking for approval on principle tonight. However, details of the design, the exact height, the facing materials, and other planning constraints such as access and egress will be dealt with a reserved matters application to come in the future should approval be resolved to be approved tonight. That application will be brought in front of a future planning committee for deliberation. In addition to this hybrid application, a number of other applications, your listed building consents, which cover a number of listed buildings within the site. Notably, it's St Lawrence's Church for external and internal alterations to change the church into a health and fitness centre. Because of the scale of the development and under the threshold, it requires an environmental impact assessment. And as a result, you will note that an environmental statement has been submitted with the application, which is a myriad of various assessments which have been undertaken in order for the planning authority and for representatives to be able to gauge the impact on the development and any mitigation required. A proposal of this nature and the scale of this will generate quite a lot of public concern, and there are a number of planning issues which have been raised, which have been dealt with in detail with the officer's report. And when the case officer presents the case, we'll go through all those various constraints and issues. And we hope there is quite a detailed discussion on the merits of each of one of those issues. In terms of public consultation, to date we've received 244 submissions objecting to the application and 684 submissions in support of the application. On page 45 of the report, there will be a summary of the objections and representations received. The committee members today can resolve to either approve or refuse or defer the application. But depending on the decision, we cannot issue a decision because of the scale of the development. any resolution which the planning committee members make must be referred to the GLA. And the Mayor of London will then have three options available. He can either accept the resolution of the planning committee, he can direct refusal to the application, or alternatively he can call it in. That means he can request the application be transferred to the GLA for the GLA to determine the application. Hope it gives you an overview of the scheme itself. As I've said, Sunny Desai will be giving a far more detailed description of the development. And Chair, that's it.